Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the second part of floriculture. So in last video I have discussed about greenhouse production of gerbera and carnation. In this video I will be discussing about greenhouse production of roses and orchids. So let's get start the video. So rose is from family Rosaceae. The rose is invariably called the king of the flowers as well as the queen of the flowers. This indicates that both kingliness, that is majesty, status and power, and queenliness, that is beauty, grace and cultural refinement, are its inherent qualities. No other flower surpasses it for its beauty, color, and fragrance. This is the reason why it is considered as a universally favorite flower and taken as a perfection of sweeten the imagination of the senses. So climate requirement for the rose. In open field cultivation, moderately cool and dry climate is suitable for rose cultivation. In polyhouse, it requires day temperature about 24 to 28 degrees Celsius and night temperature about 18.5 to 20 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 65 to 70%. Light intensity is 60,000 to 70,000 lux and CO2 concentration about 800 to 1000 ppm. Soil preparation. Roses do well in a ground beds where the plants get sunshine and plenty of air. The beds are dug up to about 200 centimeter deep, about 15 centimeter layer of stone clips and bricks spread at the bottom to facilitate the drainage. Beds should be preferably dug during the summer so that the soil is thoroughly dried, and the bed should raise about 20 centimeter above the ground level. Next, propagation method and planting. Roses can be multiplied by various vegetative methods like cuttings, budding, grafting, layering, and also from seeds. Mostly grafted or budded plants should be planted after the soil has properly settled down so that the plants do not sink after irrigation. And after planting, the soil around the root is pressed firmly and watered thoroughly. And the distance of planting between the plants and rows is generally about 75 to 100 centimeter for hybrid tea, that is rose plant. Generally, practice of primary pruning, irrespective any classes of roses, is removal of all dead and diseased shoot, thinning out of small, weak and interplaced branches in the middle of the bush, and removal of all suckers which have grown from the stalk. Next, manuring. Further, manuring is given after emergence of new growth. For that, a mixture of 10 grams of ammonium sulfate, 30 grams of superphosphate, 5 grams of sulfate potash and 2 grams of ferrous sulfate is diluted in water, and a liter of solution is applied on the moist soil every day. Nowadays, ready-made complete rose fertilizers like Rose Mix are available in the market. Next, irrigation. Lightly sprinkling of water over roots at regular interval and according to the plant requirement is suitable for the growth of roses. Then in plant protection, when shoots are 5 to 10 centimeter long with the emergence of new leaves, a combined spray of a good insecticide and fungicides should be applied and continued at 10-day intervals. The control measure is advisable to protect the plants from getting infection. So roses require support system. So it consists of bamboo or plastic pieces. It makes intercultural operation easy and protect the buds from being damaged by not allowing the stem bend into the path. Then last is harvesting. After 3 to 3.5 months, either harvesting is done in the form of ground shoots cuttings, which include 5 pairs of leaves, or in the form of first harvesting after 4.5 to 5 months. So another type is second or regular harvesting, which is done after 4.5 to 5 months, and another type is second or regular harvesting, which is done after 6th month. After the harvesting, a bunch of 70 to 80 flowers are kept in a bucket containing 2 liters of clean chlorinated water or clean water containing preservatives like RUB, Cresol or fluorescent. Here I have discussed about the greenhouse production of rose plants. So next flower is orchid. Cultivation of orchid. Orchid is from family Orchidaceae. For the beauty of flowers, variety of fragrance, brilliance in color, unusual shape, variation in form and attractive growth habitats, orchids are considered as the most beautiful flowering plants. So there are about 24,000 species and 32,000 hybrid of orchid, and a large population of growth in warm climate is present. Forest is the most natural habitat of orchids, and more or less similar environment can be created by growing the plants in greenhouse and protecting them from the direct sunlight, dry winds and maintaining the high humidity. Then climate requirement for the orchids. Orchids which suits warm climate condition can be successfully grown in ordinary greenhouse. Include numerous beautiful hybrids like Dendrobium, Vanda, etc. Most suitable temperature range is 65 to 85 degree Fahrenheit, and humidity should not less than 30% at night and 70 to 80% during the day time. Soil. In greenhouse, they are grown in a variety of media and compost. For example, epiphytes like Dendrobium, Vanda, Epidendrum, etc. are planted on a very light rooting medium. It consisting of various kinds of tree ferns, fibers, or on the large piece of hard charcoal. Then terrestrial orchids thrives best in a mixture of leaf mold, loamy soil, silver sand, dried cow dung, manure, charcoal and chopped tree ferns fiber. This medium is filled in a specially designed orchid pots with holes at the bottom, slits on the sides, and allows free growth for the large aerial roots. Many orchids conveniently grown on the branches of the trees, charred wooden slabs of the trees and fern blocks. Next, propagation methods. Seeds of orchids are very small, that is, millions of powdery seeds are released from pods and they contain little or no food to nourish the embryo. Naturally, they grow only when they find decaying vegetable matter on the tree. So on commercial scale, they are propagated by meristem culture and large number of plantlets are developed from the small piece of growing apex. Some are propagated by offsets, air layering, cuttings, and divisions. In Vanda, air layering is done where a slant cut is given halfway in the stem and wrapped with the sphagnum moss. When roots are noticed in the moss, the upper portion of the plant with roots is detached and potted. Then irrigation. As orchids are grown in light, porous compost, watering is very important, and if neglected, it shows miserable results. Because epiphytes cannot tolerate under or over watering, but terrestrial orchids need more moisture. In greenhouse, damping down of the flower of frequent overhead sprinkler of water, and it will increase the humidity, which helps the orchids to grow by the absorption of water from the air. In aftercare, repotting is done. Orchids in general grow better if they undisturbed. Example Vanda. And some species of Dendrobium should not be repotted unless it is absolutely necessary. Then fertilizers or nutrient supply. Growth and flowering of orchids are improved by the application of fertilizers in a liquid form and a number of prepared fertilizers. A balanced feed of NPK in the ratio of 10 is to 12 is to 10, and very small amount of magnesium, calcium, manganese, iron, boron and zinc been found very effective on a large number of species and hybrids. Plant protection. Orchids are less subjected to the attack of pests and diseases. Scaly insects, mealybugs, green fly, thrips, red spider and snails may cause considerable damage if they are not controlled in time. So application of some chemicals will control these diseases. Then harvesting. Orchids are harvested when a spike or stem with 60 to 70% of the blooms open. For harvesting, the stem just below the bottommost flower is grasped in one hand and then sliced horizontally through the stem with the knife, making the cut 1/4 inch above the plant's base. These flower spike or stem are then soaked for at least 15 minutes in bucket in a temperature of 55°F to improve its shelf life during the flower arrangement. So in this video we have discussed about greenhouse production of rose and orchids. So thanks for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel. Press the bell icon for getting latest video notification. Thank you.